Dear students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants. So, first of all, in this topic, two terms are there. One is kinetics and another one is thermodynamics. And what is kinetics? What is thermodynamics? And why need to apply these two terms to the air pollutants? We are going to see, and why it means what is the purpose or what is the objective, and how they can help or how they can involve in the study of air pollutants, or how they can involve in the control of air pollutants into atmosphere. So we can see, first of all, the term kinetics. You can see kinetics is nothing but especially in chemistry, the term chemical kinetics is there. Chemical kinetics is nothing but this is the topic which studies about the rate of chemical reaction or velocity of chemical reaction. It means how fast a chemical reaction will take place, or how slow a chemical reaction will take place. It means the especially the chemical kinetics will involve in the study of the rate of chemical reaction or the velocity of chemical reaction. And another term is thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, it is the study of especially we know that thermodynamics, it is nothing but it is a study of heat. It means whenever a chemical reaction takes place between two reactants or two or more reactants, some heat energy will be produced due to the chemical reaction, or some heat energy will be absorbed by the substances which involving in the chemical reaction. So about the heat energy, it means either the heat energy is absorbed or heat energy is released, or heat energy have been exchanged between the substances which involving in the reaction and its surrounding atmosphere. So about the especially about the heat energy which involved in the reaction, chemical reaction, is deals with the thermodynamics. Is deals by the thermodynamics. It means kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants, which involves in the various chemical reactions takes place by the air pollutants. Okay, na? So you can see here, especially there are three techniques are there to control the emission of air pollutants into atmosphere. They are absorption, adsorption, and combustion. We all know very well about these three techniques. Absorption, in absorption we use liquids to absorb the air pollutants, and in adsorption we use solids to absorb the air pollutants, and in combustion we use high temperatures to destroy the air pollutants. Okay, na? Or by using these three methods, we can control the emission of air pollutants into atmosphere, as well as we can convert the air pollutants into some other substances. So during these three process, some chemical reactions may take place, or some chemical reactions may not take place, and also some heat energy may be absorbed by the process, or some heat energy may be produced by the process. So it means the rate of reaction taking place between the pollutants and the substances, or the rate of heat energy or the quantity of heat energy availing or absorbing due to the reaction. We will study about these two things in this topic. It means how fast a reaction taking place and how much quantity of heat energy is utilizing or is getting released during these three processes: absorption, adsorption, and combustion. So these processes may undergo heat release or heat absorption. Some of the process may take place only in the presence of catalyst. It means catalyst is a substance which can, which can improves the rate of reaction, or which can, so catalyst is nothing but which can increase the rate of reaction or which can alter the rate of reaction, and but which never involved in the rate of reaction. So such a substance is called as catalyst. So while we are employing absorption or adsorption or combustion, the chemical reactions may take place or may not take place, but some chemical reactions may take place only in the presence of catalyst. So the selection of method to employ for the purification of gaseous emissions, the knowledge of kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants is required. It means especially the it means the employment of any of these method, either absorption or adsorption or combustion, to control the emission of air pollutants into atmosphere. It means the selection method completely depending upon the how much heat energy they are releasing or how much heat energy they are observing, and what kind of chemical reactions will take place and what kind of products may be produced, and also what kind of it means how vast the reactions will take place. So it means the selection of method, perfect method, will depends upon all these things. So about all these things, the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants will deals. It means this is the main objective of the study of kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants. Okay, we can see first we can see kinetics of air pollutants. The air pollution kinetics deals with the rates of reactions of pollutant gases with the substances which are used to control the gaseous emissions. It means in absorption we use liquids to control the gaseous pollutants, and in adsorption we use various solids like activated carbon or charcoal or silica gel to control the gaseous pollutants, and in combustion process we use high temperatures to destroy the gaseous pollutants. So while we are employing all these techniques, some chemical reactions may take place and also some quantity of heat energy absorbed or released. So especially the kinetics of air pollutants will discuss about the rate of reaction or rate of chemical reactions taking place between the pollutants and the substances which are using as the treatment substances. It means either liquids or solids. Understand or no? So whatever the chemical reactions taking place during absorption or adsorption or combustion, the rate of such reactions will discussed by the kinetics of air pollutants. So you can see here, the aim of kinetics is to determine the rate of reaction. Next one is the thermodynamics of air pollutants. Thermodynamics deals with the quantitative relation between heat energy and the rate of reaction. Okay, the heat energy produced during the conversion of air pollutants into the substance is the primary concern in thermodynamics of air pollution. See, the aim of thermodynamics is to determine the amount of heat exchange or heat difference between the reactants and products. It means especially the thermodynamics will discuss about the amount of heat energy exchanged between the reactants and products, or the amount of heat energy released during the chemical reaction, or the amount of heat energy absorbed by the substances which are involving in the chemical reaction from atmosphere. Understand or no? So we can, so up to now we understand that whenever we apply such techniques like absorption, adsorption, and combustion to control the gaseous pollutants into atmosphere, some chemical reactions may take place. Those chemical reactions may absorb heat energy or may release heat energy or may exchange heat energy. Okay, now so the kinetics will discuss about the rate of reaction or fastness of reaction or velocity of reaction, and the thermodynamics of air pollution or air pollutants will discuss about the heat energy, how much heat energy absorbed or how much heat energy released or how much heat energy is exchanged. Clear? Up to now it is clear. And next we will see about what is rate of reaction. The rate of reaction can be defined as formation of products per time or the rate of consumption of reactant per time. It means especially, it means formation of products per time. It means per a particular time how much concentration of reactants converting into products. Understand or no? So the time required to convert the reactants into products. So that time, it means the reaction per time is nothing but rate of reaction. If the reaction is homogeneous, the rate of reaction depends upon concentration of gas. And the rate of reaction, it means the units for rate of reaction are milligram per liter per second. And this is the important one, you have to remember that the rate of reaction or velocity of reaction is measured in terms of either the rate of decrease in concentration of reactants or the rate of increase in concentration of products. So it means you can see here A is a reactant and B is a product. A gives B. Understand or no? So A is converting into B. So for the complete conversion of B, how much taken required for A? It means what A is a substance which is dissolving in a liquid, and it means A have some concentration in the liquid. Understand or no? So A completely converting into B, and for the complete conversion of A into B, sometimes will required, some time may take. Understand or no? So per each time, how much concentration of A converting into how much concentration of B. So especially that thing is called as rate of reaction. And next important term is enthalpy. Enthalpy, rate of reaction is the term related to the kinetics, and enthalpy is the term related to the thermodynamics. It is the sum of internal energy added on the product of pressure and volume of the system. You can see here H is equal to U plus PV. H is the enthalpy, U is the internal energy, and P is the pressure, and V is the volume. It reflects the capacity of react, and it means the capacity to react and capacity to release heat energy. It means the enthalpy can reflect the capacity to react and capacity to release heat. Okay, for a chemical reaction, enthalpy of a reaction is the difference in enthalpy between products and reactants. So this is the term you have to remember, that for a chemical reaction, enthalpy of reaction, see, enthalpy of reaction is the difference between enthalpy of reactants and enthalpy of products. Okay, the unit of enthalpy is kilojoules per mole. And next one is the significance of kinetics and thermodynamics. It means why we need to study and where we can apply the kinetics and thermodynamics. You can see here, the proper knowledge of kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollution will help in the selection of application of control of gaseous emissions. It means to select the proper method to control the gaseous pollutants into atmosphere, we need the knowledge of kinetics and thermodynamics. It means, okay, and it includes the knowledge related to the rate at which molecules interact under certain conditions, the manner in which molecules would react when the conditions change, mechanism through which reactant molecules are transformed into products, the factors which control the rate of reaction. Okay, na? So this is the significance of kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants. Especially, this is the knowledge about this topic will required in terms of in case when we need to select a appropriate method to control the emission of gaseous pollutants into atmosphere, and the knowledge also involved in the rate at which molecules interact under certain conditions, the manner in which molecules will react when the conditions change. Okay, important, these are all the important things, and very sensitive things we have to remember. Mechanism through which reactant molecules are transformed into products, the factors which control the rate of reaction. See, all these 4 points related to the chemical reactions only. It means related to the reactants and products. See, the rate at which reactants can undergo chemical reaction, and the manner in which molecules, it means the manner in which reactants can be converted into products, and it means when the conditions will change, and the mechanism through which reactant molecules are transformed into products, and the factors which control the rate of reaction. About these 4 things we will study in chemical kinetics and thermodynamics, and these 4 things will depends upon these 4 things will decide the rate of reaction and heat enthalpy. Okay, you can say factors influencing rate of chemical reaction, or factors influencing kinetics and thermodynamics, or factors influencing the selection of technique for to control gaseous pollutants. Okay, so this is a question, important question. What are the various factors which can influence the rate of chemical reaction? Or the same question will be asked as, what are the various factors which can influence the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants, are the factors which can influence the selection of technique to control gaseous pollutants. Okay, so there are 6 factors which to be considered in case of proper method. It means in the selection of proper method to control the air pollutants. See, first one is the strength of bonds, next one is temperature, next one is concentration, next one is surface area or contact area, and next one is catalyst, and next one is radiations. See that first one is the strength of bonds. A chemical reaction involves rearrangement of atoms between the reacting molecules to form product. It means old bonds are breaking and new bonds are formed. It means you can see, if you take carbon dioxide, it is a pollutant and it will react with water. Okay, whenever carbon dioxide dissolved in water, a new product will be produced, that is called as carbonic acid. It means CO2 combining with H2O and it is producing HCO3. HCO3 is a carbonic acid, it is a product, and CO2, H2O are reactants in that chemical reaction. Okay, now so there will be a bond between, if you take water, in water two hydrogen atom, it means H plus is there, OH minus is there, and in carbon dioxide oxygen is there, carbon is there. It means there is a, already there is a bond, there is a bond existing between the carbon and oxide, that and then that substance is called as a carbon dioxide. And also already there is a bond between the hydroxyl and hydrogen and that substance is called as water. And these two substances having some chemical bonds reacting together, and then they are forming a new substance called carbonic acid. It means in the chemical reactions, you can see a chemical reaction involves rearrangement of atoms between the reacting molecules to form a product. It means here old bonds are breaking and new bonds are forming. See, the nature and the strength of bonds in reactant molecules greatly influence the rate of its transformation. It means this is about the strength of bonds. It means the conversion of reactants into products in a chemical reaction, it depends upon the chemical bonding between the reactants. Understand or no? So that's okay. This is about the strength of bonds. It means especially the reactions which involve lesser bond rearrangement. Understand or no? So thus similar reactions involving different substances having different rates under the same conditions. Okay, next one is the temperature. It means the temperature also can affect the chemical reactions. It means some chemical reactions will take place only at a particular temperature. Understand or no? Okay, that's why. And some chemical reactions may take place only at a particular conditions. So like that, it means most of the chemical reactions are accelerated by the increase in temperature. For example, oxidation of coal is very slow at ordinary temperatures but proceeds more rapidly at high temperatures. It means in most cases, rate of reaction in a homogeneous reaction is approximately doubled even by an increase in temperature of only 10 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that's why it means if the temperature can decide the rate of reaction, understand or no? It means some chemical reactions may take place at a particular temperature. If the temperature of the if the temperature has been changes, the rate of reaction also will be changes. Okay, and next one is the concentration. Concentration is nothing but it means the quantity of a substance. It means if you take water, we can dissolve sodium in water, we can dissolve calcium in water, we can dissolve sulfur dioxide in water, we can dissolve sulfuric acid in water. Understand or no? So the quantity of sulfuric acid dissolved in a volume of water. Understand or no? So that quantity of sulfuric acid mentioned in terms of volume of water. So that is nothing but concentration. It means milligrams per liter. It means how much quantity or how much weight of sulfur dioxide present or dissolved in a particular volume of water. That is nothing but concentration here. It means whenever in absorption process and in adsorption process, chemical reactions will take place. How much concentration of reactants are converting into products. It means the concentration also will affect the rate of reaction, and also the concentration of pollutants will also decides the selection of appropriate method to control the gaseous pollutants. At a fixed temperature, the rate of given reaction increases with increased concentration of reactants. When the concentration of reactant is increased, the number of molecules per unit volume is increased. There, by the collision, it means by the collision frequency is increased, which ultimately causes increased reaction rate. Okay, and next one is the surface area or contact area. It means to occur a chemical reaction, the reactants should have a particular surface area, particular contact area. It means if there is no surface for the contact, between two reactants, there will be no chemical reaction. It means if you take a solid, it means like a solid like activated carbon or a silica gel, which is used for to absorb the gaseous pollutants. It means the solid should have enough surface area to get absorbed by the, it means to absorb the gaseous pollutants. If there is no sufficient surface area or contact area, the gaseous pollutants will not get sticked on the surface of this solid. It means there is no absorption process, and also there we cannot control the emission of air pollutants into atmosphere. So for the absorption process, the solids should have certain surface area, and for the absorption process the liquids should have proper surface. It means to absorb the gases. So it means the surface area also will decide the rate of reaction in absorption or in adsorption. Understand or no? See, if the greater the surface area of a solid or of a liquid, the greater the area, it means the greater the area will avail for the chemical reaction. Understand or no? So if the, okay. And the next one is the catalyst. Already I told you that catalyst is a substance which can increase the rate of reaction or which can alter the rate of reaction, but which it does never involve in the chemical reaction. So many reactions can be accelerated by the presence of small amounts of substances which themselves remain unaltered chemically during the cause of reaction. Okay, so such substances are called as catalyst. Okay, the action of catalyst is specific. It means that this sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen and then it will produce sulfur trioxide. Understand? And SO2 reacts with O2 and then it will produce SO3. But this chemical reaction will takes place only in the presence of nitrogen monoxide. And whenever there is no nitrogen monoxide in atmosphere, sulfur dioxide remains as a sulfur dioxide. It will never react with oxygen and then it will produce sulfur trioxide in atmosphere. Understand or no? So here nitrogen monoxide is not involving in the chemical reaction, but it is increasing the rate of reaction, or it is encouraging the sulfur dioxide to get react with the oxygen and then to produce sulfur trioxide. So such a products are called as catalyst, and also these catalysts also can change the rate of reaction and can, it means these catalysts also can decide the proper method to control the emission of air pollutants into atmosphere. And next one is the radiations. Radiation is nothing but continuous release of some energy, or continuous release of some heat energy or some light energy is called as radiation. It means some chemical reactions may produce light energy sometimes, some chemical reactions may release heat energy sometimes. Understand or no? So a number of reactions register an increase in their rates. Okay, when radiations of specific wavelength are absorbed by the reacting molecules, such reactions are called as photochemical reactions. Understand or no? It means in the presence of sunlight some chemical reactions may be there, so those reactions are called as photochemical reactions. It means some reactions can release heat energy, light energy, and some reactions may absorb, it means they need heat energy and light energy. So radiation is also can influence the rate of reaction, or can influence the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants, or can also influence the selection of particular method to control the emission of gases pollutants into atmosphere. Okay, in this session we have discussed about what is chemical kinetics, what is chemical thermodynamics of air pollution, and also we have discussed about what is rate of reaction and what is enthalpy, and also we have discussed about what are the various methods are available or are in practice to control the emission of gases pollutants into atmosphere, like absorption, adsorption, and combustion. And also we have seen that what are the various factors which can influence the chemical rate of chemical reaction, or which can influence the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants, or which can influence the selection of technique to control gases pollutants. So these factors: strength of bonds, temperature, concentration, surface area or contact area, catalyst, and radiation. Understand or no? So about these things we have discussed in this session. Okay, especially this session will discuss about the chemical reactions taking place between the reactants and products. It means the chemical reactions will take place between the solids which are used to absorb the gases pollutants and gases pollutants. It means in absorption process we use a liquid, various liquids, especially we use alkaline liquids like sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, or sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, like that. Whatever the solutions are basic in nature, such solutions will use it to absorb the gaseous pollutants. Understand, Anna? So in that case, some chemical reactions will take place between the liquids and the absorbed gaseous pollutants. Understand, Anna? So especially this kinetics and thermodynamics will discuss about the how the chemical reaction will take place, and at what speed the chemical reaction will take place, and at what speed the pollutants have been converted into some other substances, and during that process either heat energy is released or not released, and how much quantity of heat energy is released, or if it is absorbed, how much quantity of heat energy is absorbed. Understand, Anna? So the entire knowledge is required to select the appropriate method and to select the appropriate substance which used to control the emission of gases pollutants into atmosphere. Understand, Anna? So in this session we have, so these are all the various factors we need to consider while selecting the proper method to control the gases of emission of air pollutants, or these are all the various factors which can influence the rate of chemical reaction, or these are all the various factors which can influence or which can affect the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants. It means these are all the various factors which are about all these factors we will study in the kinetics and thermodynamics of air pollutants: strength of burns, temperature, concentration, surface area or contact area, catalyst and radiation. Thank you.